This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Netflix Punisher. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Mezco box, with the Netflix Punisher logo at the center. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Punisher out of the box. And man, this is freaking incredible. I absolutely love the Netflix show, and this figure from Mezco based on that show is amazing. They did a really good job with the sculpt and paint and all of his accessories, and overall he's just a badass toy. But before we take a closer look at the actual figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. So Punisher does come with a good amount of accessories. Starting off, we get 2 interchangeable head sculpts, a Gatling gun, 8 interchangeable hands, a pistol with 2 removable magazines, a revolver, a knife, a bullet chain for the Gatling gun, and 2 bullet effect pieces. And lastly, we also get a circular base stand with the Netflix Punisher logo printed atop. We also get a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip. And we also get his trench coat. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Netflix Punisher. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Netflix Punisher. How cool is this? I am super stoked to have this because I freaking love that show, and really sucks that it's canceled. Hopefully it comes back in some other form, but I'm super happy to have a Mezco figure based on one of my favorite shows, and holy crap, Mezco nailed this. So first and foremost, those head sculpts look so good. Mezco can somewhat be a hit or miss when it comes to their likenesses of like real life actors, but I think this looks just like, what's his name, John Barenthal. I think that looks really good. The little scars that you can see on there, the little 5 o'clock shadow, the brow just all looks really nice. But we also do get a second head that's even more beat up, more scratches and a little more blood dripping and things like that. I love that one. I think that's the one I'm going to display, just because he seemed to always be beat up on the show and pretty jacked up. So I just think that one's way better. So how these pop off, they're just on a ball peg at the neck joint like so. So you can take the other one like that and pop that on there like so, and there you go. And I think that looks awesome. So this one, we have the leather jacket on like that. It looks really nice. All of this right here in the collar and going down the coat like this, it has a bendy wire in there, so you can actually pose that around and it will hold its shape, which is really nice. So if we want to take this off, we're going to take off the hands like this. Just pop those off, pull the arms back, and just slide that off like so. And we can just put these the hands back on. Those are just on simple pegs. And then we could take a better look at the actual figure without the trench coat. And dude, look at that. I love that vest. How cool is that? They nailed that, dude. That's so nice. The design and all the straps and things like that. They're almost like it's spray painted looking Punisher skull on there with a little splatter effect like that. It looks really cool. I love this a lot. We have his gun holster right there, which actually does peg in like that right there, so you can actually strap that down like so. And we have a knife holster right there with a knife that does come out, which looks really cool. But I love this. You can see even look, the folds and the material all look really good. We got these more like tactical type pants that look really nice. You can see some pouches or pockets and things like that with those like knee pads. Looks so freaking good. I love this dude. Nice combat boots, good tread on the feet. Overall, the beautiful, just like you could tell this dude's seen some stuff and he's been through some stuff, and he's fought in some wars, man. And I think aesthetically this guy is freaking incredible. Okay, so as far as his accessories go, we do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. So you see you have things like a trigger finger hands, more loose gripping hands. We have more tight gripping hands for holding things like his knives, and we have some like close-fisted hands, or those aren't close-fisted hands. Here we go. These are some close-fisted hands for like punching and getting into fights and things like that. So it's really cool. You can even like cuff the sleeves up, and in theory, you just cuff those up like so, and put on some fisted hands and just have them just slobber knocker with some people and just throw down, hand-to-hand combat, man. You don't need all the guns. This guy is just a total badass. But we also do get the Punisher stand like that with the Netflix Punisher logo on there, which is really dope. Then you get the clear articulate arm that we see with all the figures, which is fantastic. We also do get a couple pistols here. So we got one that's a revolver. I personally love revolvers. That's my favorite handgun. Look at the detail on that, even on the handle. This actually does rotate the actual where you put the bullets. I don't know what it's called, to be honest with you, but you can actually rotate a little. You can see it kind of spinning right there. So that's actually pretty cool. Then you can also use any of these bullet effect pieces that we've seen with some of the other figures, and you can pop that into there, which are all really nice to love when we get these. We do get the sidearm like so. Same thing with this one. This one is really nice too. I love the little like almost like a ivory handle that we get with that. I think that's awesome. This one does have a removable magazine, which is really cool. I dig that a lot. We get 2 of those, and then this one actually cocks back like that, which is pretty dope. I love that so much. And then we can just store that in that little pouch like there, and then we can actually peg that back in. And then we also do get a really nice looking knife, which looks good with a black blade. And again, more of that like almost like an ivory like handle. I think that's awesome. And we can just store that into the back like so right there. And probably the coolest accessory that we do get with this particular figure, we get this big old Gatling gun, which is incredible. We've seen this before with one of the other Punisher figures. I love this thing. The barrels actually do spin like that. I think that's awesome. We get the actual chain bullets like so. These actually do unpeg in a little slot right in there. And when you get them in there, they actually hold up pretty good. I like it, and it's a nice soft bendy plastic, so they don't really get in the way, and they don't actually weigh this thing down too much, so it's really cool. Then you get this bullet effect piece with a 3 burst. I love that. You can actually peg that into any of these little holes for the barrels like that, and you can make it look like you're shooting a few different rounds off, so I think that's so awesome. So you get a ton of great things with this figure. What I'm a little disappointed in that he doesn't come with some type of like assault rifle. I think that would have been just perfect for this figure. But if you have another gun like this from one of the other Mezco figures, the handle is a little bigger on these, but you can still get it to fit, since these are a little more of a pliable hands. You can stretch them out a bit, but this is just perfect if you want to use something like this to display for your Netflix Punisher. That's just another option, but everything that he does come with is pretty nice. Okay, so now let's run down his articulation. So that neck is on a ball joint, rolls around like so, does turn left and right, up and down, and pivot side to side. Arms can go all the way up, down, up and out that far. Maybe a little bit of a butterfly joint in there, doesn't feel like a whole lot. Rotation at the bicep, single bend at the elbow. That's a little disappointing with this particular figure. Doing certain type of like gunslinging poses. For this particular guy, I wish he had double jointed elbows. I don't normally mind too much on a lot of characters, but this one I feel like he really needs them, but sadly he doesn't. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection here, but because of the vest, you're not going to get a whole lot of motion in there. You can just swivel left and right, crunch back and forth a tiny bit, pivot a little bit, but mostly you're just going to get left and right. And you could really take this off, because you see it has little peg holes for the actual vest right here, so you can actually pop it off if you really wanted to. Hip joints, they kick forward that much. Back, pretty nice. Splits all the way out. Rotation in the upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee. No rotation at the boot, but we get a ball peg at the ankle, so that rolls around left and right, up and down, and a pretty good ankle rocker. So overall, I think this guy's so badass. I'm really happy that I picked him up. I am just a huge fan of the Netflix Punisher show, and I think they did an incredible job with this. The likeness is insanely good, and again, Mezco can be kind of hit and miss sometimes when it comes to certain realistic face sculpts. Some of them have been really garbage, but I kind of feel like they've been getting better and better, and I think this is definitely one of those better figures. So if you want a totally badass figure based on that Netflix show, then I think the Mezco one is definitely the one to get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is sitting next to the Netflix Daredevil and original release Punisher figures. And just for fun, here they are standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Netflix Punisher. Now overall, I think this is an incredibly well done figure. I absolutely love those face sculpts and are definitely some of the best from Mezco. My only real minor complaint is that I wish he had double jointed elbows just to get him into some little better poses that I would really like to get him in. Other than that, his soft goods are so well done, the paint is incredible, and I really dig his accessories. If you love and miss the Netflix Punisher show, then you're gonna want this Mezco figure. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.